Hello, quilt people. I am very excited. This is the week of Road to California. It is happening. It starts on Thursday. So I hope to see everybody there, but I wanted to give you a quick update of what I'm going to be doing there. And hopefully, I'll have a chance to see you, meet you, maybe hug you, maybe dance with you. That'd be so fun. So, if you are going, I'm going to be in booth 523 on the main floor. Okay? So, all you have to do is look for. Well, first of all, look for me. This is my sign. All right? Just look for that. And that's where I'll be. Again, booth 523 on the main floor. And I have some really fun things. Oh my gosh, I'm super excited about everything that I'm going to be doing there. Especially some new swag and stuff that I have for sale, such as everybody's favorite Quilting Cowboy trucker hats. I think it's so fun. So, if you know of anybody who would maybe want one, let me know. They will be available for sale on my website after Road to California. But I'm saving them for the people who I'm going to see in person first, okay? So that's the first thing. Trucker hats, yay, super excited about that. Then I'm also going to be selling all my patterns. Oh my gosh. Ooh, if I never have to stuff another pattern, I swear to God. I've been stuffing patterns for days and days and days. So I'll have all of my patterns for everything, right? Deer head cabin quilt. Plus, I'm also going to be selling my quilts that I made for these actually in the booth. So you're not going to be cheap. We all know how much time and effort we put into them. But if you've ever wanted one of my quilts, this will literally be probably the only time to ever get one of them, because they're like selling your children, right? There are days that doesn't sound like a bad idea. But mostly not. No, we wouldn't do that. No, we'd never do that. So I wanted to review quickly some of my patterns that will be for sale there, as well as the quilts, right? So first we have Rolling Romance. Now, again, all of my patterns come with a video tutorial that's step-by-step, right? So when you open up the pattern, it says go to, and then it gives you the web address for the video tutorial. You just type that into any browser, it'll take you right there, okay? So we have Rolling Romance. If you are afraid of circles, which I know a lot of people are very nervous about, this will teach you how to do circles, and you'll never be nervous about them after that. It's not as hard as you think. So if you have a problem with circles, this is the pattern for you. I promise you, you can do it, okay? All right, up next we have the Deer Head Cabin Quilt. This is really fun. We did a class in this up in Utah not too long ago, which was really fun. Thank you all who actually attended that class. That was super fun. And it teaches you how to do step-by-step, again, the turned applique that I normally do for large graphic pieces, okay? So if you've ever wanted to learn that technique of how to do large graphic applique, this one will teach you exactly how to do that. Oh, and look, a costume change. Well, not really. Right? So my trucker hats, this is the green version, right? They come in green, and my personal favorite, Christmas brown. That's a little inside joke if you've been watching my tutorials for a while of how I always do everything for Christmas in brown. I don't know why I do that, but it's fun. Okay, so yeah, Deer Head Cabin Quilt. If you ever wanted to learn how to do large graphic applique, this is the pattern for you, and this quilt will be for sale in the booth when you're there, hopefully. I will post them on my website for sale after Road to California, and then let's look at the next one. Cowboy Crisscross. That's one of my favorite. Oh my gosh, I love this one so much. I'm really gonna have a problem selling it if I have to. If somebody comes along and says, "Yeah, for sure, I'll buy it," I'll be like, "No." But I have to offset the costs of actually doing this show. It's a huge leap of faith for me to actually, just spend the money that it takes in order to get a booth to try and do this. But at some point you just got to get it out there and make it happen. So. Cowboy Crisscross, again, the pattern will be available for sale, as well as the quilt in my booth 523, and let's look at the next one. All right, a video from this angle before, but I wanted to try and get in as much of the Scotsman's Pride as I could. This one, I'm going to be, of course, have the pattern for sale, but as well as this quilt in 2 different colors. And I don't feel like hanging in the orange one, so I'm just going to show you pictures of it, which I'll splice into the video. But yeah, this pattern is great if you've ever wanted to, again, learn that large applique that I did with the deer head cabin quilt. This one uses the same kind of technique, and so it'll show you my video tutorials step by step how to do that. But this is a super fun quilt. This version does have a little bit of a oil stain on it. I used it for this photo shoot that I was doing. It was a great shot, and I'm almost gonna say it was worth it, but anyhow, I'll show you the picture of that as well. Anyhow, moving on. All right, and Line Leah is a great one. I love the way that I did this. Of course I do. Because it uses my fabric line. This one is an example of, from my line, Noble White, right? There was a very specific white that I wanted in the color, so I wanted to kind of celebrate that in one quilt specifically that has the line work pattern and then the paint pattern. It also has the smudge with half circles on the back. So I wanted one quilt from my fabric line just using the off-whites, and I call that white Noble White. So when you see that, if you're ever shopping for my fabrics, this is what it is. So this one will teach you how to strip piece kind of on the 45. So if you've never done that before, it's kind of fun because you really get these great angles, and it does go into the whole strip piecing business and all of that. It's actually pretty simple, but it does use quite a bit of the fabric of the one that I'm showing here that's called paint, not the lined work in here, but the other one. It does, because when you're doing it, does create some more, overage than I would sometimes like that just ends up getting cut off, but that's the only caveat to that. I don't know why I did that. And here's the bad thing about my pattern. Shut up. Anyways, I hope you like this one. Again, this one's Line Leah, and of course it will be available as always for sure on my website, but then again at Road to California. Okay, I hope you like this one, and let's look at the next one. All right, then we have Stetson Cross, which is by far my most popular pattern, also my most expensive. Supply and demand. What am I saying? Well, first of all, I'm getting really sweaty. Oh my gosh, look at this. I'm like, putting all these quilts up. Stetson Cross, yes. So, we're doing this in a lot of classes that are coming up, so I'll definitely keep you posted on that in terms of classes. The next class that I'm doing is going to be in Winnipeg, Manitoba, at Keystone Creative. And we're going to be doing lots of quilts up there, 3 different patterns, plus I'm going to be giving a trunk show. So if you're at all in middle of Canada somewhere, please come and take the class at Keystone Creative. They are doing a great job there, and I love to support them. I actually went to school in Winnipeg back in the late 80s. It's been 30 years since I've been to Winnipeg. Oops. We'll see how it's changed. Anyways, I'm excited to get back. But yeah, Stetson Cross, I have this in 3 different versions. I'm not selling the original, but I do have it in red and blue. Well, 1 red and 1 blue. This is the red version, right? So that one will be for sale, and also the blue one that's going to be hanging at the back of my booth. So those ones will be for sale. Again, the pattern will be available. And as always, like I mentioned before, all my patterns come with a step-by-step video tutorial so that you can watch me do it to ensure your success. All right, so that's Stetson Cross. All right, moving on. Okay, from my most popular Stetson Cross to my least popular. I don't know why anybody doesn't buy this one, but I think it's so cute. I love it. So whatever you guys think of it, I don't care. But it's called Bee Free, and it's kind of a distilled down version of obviously bees and honeycomb and everything like that. So if you have any bee enthusiasts, that would be great for them or teachers or whomever. But it's a very simple project, and it's one of my less expensive patterns. This one's $10. Most are $15, but Rolling Romance, Bee Free, and there's another one that is $10, and the rest of them are $15. Stetson Cross is $20. So, Be Free. If you love this one, go ahead and download it from my website, or stop by the booth and pick up a pattern. And let's go on to Rhinestone Star. Where the hell is that one? It's around here somewhere. Hold on. Rhinestone Star. Now this one is by far my most complicated pattern. It is not for the beginner. Even if you're a confident beginner, you probably want to wait on this until you're more of an intermediate to an advanced sewer. It's triangle in a triangle, and I think it's really cool, especially it kind of creates this 3D illusion, which was really a surprise to me when I was designing. I didn't expect that, and then when I started sewing it and putting it together, I was like, oh wow, look at that. So it's really cool, but again, probably not for the beginner. Now, the one that is for the beginner, I'm just going to hold it up because, Lord, I am... Let me just show you. So this one, Tangled Rectangles, right? It's just rectangles, right, essentially. This one is for the beginner. And I wanted to specifically do a quilt that was designed for somebody who's never made a quilt before. This would be a great gift for anybody. Great gift. You see that upsell? What am I doing? Yes, this one would be a great gift, this one here, if they've never made a quilt before and they want to get into quilting, right? Because the tutorial on this one is an hour long. I literally go through and show you how to do it if you've never made a quilt before. Everything from strip piecing to pressing to... cutting. I mean, I really went through step by step so that somebody, like I said, who's never made a quilt before really could make this project just by following my video tutorial. So this one again is called Tangled Rectangles, right? It's kind of a modern take on, I didn't want to do just squares like blah, you know, so I did this one in rectangles that I think is super fun, and I love the end result of it. It feels super modern, especially when you do it in like kind of bright, vibrant colors. It's really fun. But anyways, those are the quilts that I have and will have at Road to California. Now, I have done other designs and have those patterns for sale on my website. I just don't have quilts for them because they were either commissioned work or I've already sold them, or for whatever reason, like the Hearts for New Zealand. I'm sure you all remember that, right? This is what it looks like, right? And I'll put up a picture of it on the video, but this is the one that I was commissioned for by the group in New Zealand after the mosque shooting, because they were collecting 50 quilts for the families of the people who were gunned down. And so that was I mean, very heartfelt project, and I was glad to be a part of it, but I don't have the quilt because it was sent to New Zealand. Okay, so there's that one, and then this one, Desert Diamonds. I love this one, but I wanted to do a quilt pattern. Like when people ask you to do, oh, can you do a king size quilt? You're like, well, I could. The amount of work that goes into something that size is a lot, right? So I wanted to develop a pattern that you could do quickly, that would be large blocks, that would still look cool, right? But that's not gonna, you know, you're not gonna be investing like months and months and months of your time. You can put together this quilt top fairly easily. And so it, like I said, it's specifically designed for a king size quilt. So whenever you get asked to do that, this pattern, I tell you, I put it together so fast. I was so pleased with the end result because I really did want a solution for bigger quilts. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing at Road to California. I also have my big poster, which I think is kind of fun. And I'm actually going to be auctioning that off just because it's, I don't know, kind of crazy. But same with my book. Ooh, where's my book? Hold on. Oh, all right, my book. Now, it is just essentially a lookbook of my patterns and the quilts that I've made over the years, but a lot of them in here that you've probably never seen before that I love and wanted to share with people. So this one is available as well. It's also available for sale on my website, but if you stop by the booth at Road to California, I'm happy to sign it for you or make it out to a friend or family or whoever who maybe wants a copy of that. So there's that. Oh, and then did you see? Look, I hope you all got this copy of Quilt Mania, right? Oh my gosh, they did like a 7-page article on me and my work and stuff like this. So that was really, I was really touched. I gotta say, they wrote it so beautifully, and it's just nice to, after, you know, 20 years of doing this, to get a little kudos and a little, you know, marketing high five from them. I really, really appreciate it. So that's what we have going on. I don't have the retractable Quilting Cowboy lanyards yet. I'm expecting that to be delivered any any minute now. But anyways, that's what's going on. I hope to see you at Road to California. I'm serious. Come and dance with me because I want to put together like a dancing montage, you know, of all of us dancing. So just little snippets. So if you would even dance with me for 5 seconds in my booth, I'm gonna like make the funnest video ever, and it's gonna be great. And we're gonna see quilters just dancing from all over the world, and it's gonna be great. So I hope to see you there. Again, booth 523. If you do want to support me and you can't make it to Road to California, please, please, please just go on my website and buy a pattern. Like they range from $10 to $20, and even if you don't buy it for yourself to give it away as a gift or something like that, I would really appreciate it. It really, you know, means the world to me to get that kind of support because I'm out here doing this, and it's really the only way I can support myself is through the sale of patterns and the other things that I have, like these awesome hats. I just love them so much. Anyways. Thanks again for tuning in. Talk to you soon. Bye.